So we have to have a quick little chat about Grant on The Bachelor. And I don't care if you're not watching The Bachelor, listen to what he said because this is so good for you to reflect and be like, oh, wow, that is good to know that Jackie thinks this is a bye-bye moment. Okay, so it's interesting. You may not agree with what I'm going to say, I promise this is going to be so valuable for you. Okay, Grant is talking to the last three girls that are on, whatever, dating him. This is on The Bachelor, right? And he went off and met them and their families, and then this episode, the latest one, Juliana shares with him how she's been cheated on and she's crying and says, that she's broken, right? You guys, I can't tell you enough, and I have to, this sounds probably cold, and that's not what I mean. Like, my heart goes out to Juliana, but she still needs to heal. And that's not Grant's job, and he can't do that. And that's, what I feel from Juliana being a love coach, love and dating coach. And this is what I do. And I used to date people and I'm like, oh my God, they need to be fixed. Let me help them. I would sign up with that. And that would always leave me feeling exhausted, defeated, feeling like I wasn't enough at the end of it. And so this is where Grant should say bye bye. Grant should say bye bye. Grant was so sweet and empathetic to her. And I think that's so important. But the way that Juliana said it, it doesn't feel like she's healed, that she has learned from everything that's happened, that she's ready to move forward, has, gained clarity and is grateful for everything because now she can appreciate Grant. None of that. It was more of a, this happened to me. I was cheated on for years, for like 6 years. He was, sleeping around with all these other girls. It's just giving like victim, right? And when you have such a victim mindset, it's not to say that Juliana's doing anything wrong. It's just that she's not in that space of, I am a secure, a partner, a person for him. I can show up. I'm emotionally available. Like, that's not at all what I'm getting from Juliana. And so Grant then hears this, shows empathy, was so sweet, and said, oh, love can fix you. And I want to scream through the TV. I'm like, no, like love is powerful and love is great. But this is where Grant should be saying, yeah, but I can't, my love will not fix you. Like, this is truly how I feel. I feel like this is where he's making a mistake. And instead of giving Zoe the rose, which by the way, I'm not even like, I think Zoe's really nice. But their connection is obviously going a lot slower. It's a slow burn. They're taking longer. And I don't feel like that connection like he has with Latia. But I would have gone with Zoe over Juliana because Zoe was really aligned with him in terms of like their past, what they've gone through, where they want to be. She just feels very emotionally mature, intelligent, available. And that's where Grant would like his partner to be. But he didn't give it to Zoe. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I just can't. And he gave it to Juliana. And, something that was really interesting is that he said, I love you to Latia. And I'm like, wait, what? I 100% feel like this is like ludicrous time. Like, I was like, this doesn't make sense because he still has these two girls, these two ladies, what are two women at the end. And he's just said, I love you to Latia. And he hasn't said it to Juliana. And then you see a glimpse into what's about to happen next week in the finale, you guys. And he is completely confused and he doesn't know who he says, I love both. And who am I supposed to pick? So I'm on the edge of my seat with this. But that clearly my vote is Latia because she's emotionally available. Like, something about her, she's super quirky. I think she's quirky. I think she's like different. She's just funny and I don't know, she's just authentic. Like, I don't know, she does sometimes make me feel like, is she weird, creepy? creepy or is she just funny, quirky? So sometimes, but I feel like her and Grant have a really nice connection. So this whole time I've been watching, I told you, I'm like, I love Latia from the beginning. Even, like though they're not the same faith, same religion, I mean, they're not Mormons like she is. They both talked about it. They both respect each other, yada, yada. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem. But like Juliana is the one that is not emotionally available. Like she truly told him, I am broken. And he's like, sign me up. Here's a rose. Like, this is where I'm like, if someone tells you I'm broken, this is where you're like, thank you for sharing. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Honestly, like, we're just not, this is obviously we're not aligned. Like, I'm really ready to share my life with my forever partner. And I know that you have things to heal from, and I get it. But like, I know I can't do that for you. And I truly hope you get where I'm coming from. Like, I care so much about you, but like, it just doesn't seem like you're completely, fully, like, emotionally available. And like, she would say, like, no, I'm not. She was saying, like, I'm broken. I need to be fixed. And he's like, oh yeah, love can fix you. And this is where he was like, no, therapy can. Like, this is where you're like, and I love therapy. Like, I hope she is going to therapy, but I'm like blown away. I'm like, really? Really? You gave her the rose. Okay. Anywho, make sure you watch the season finale next week. I feel like I'm sponsored by The Bachelor and I'm not. I'm not. I should be. But anyway, let me know if you're listening on YouTube. Let me know in the comments. Reach out to me. I love connecting with you. Tell me what you thought. Do you agree with me? Do you feel like it's crazy that he gave Juliana the rose? Like, is this, am I alone on this or do you agree? Okay. I want to hear from you. And are you voting for Latia? Is that who you want to win? Okay. Thank you for listening. Remember, it has to be crazy love or nothing. Till next time.